absolutely delighted to see the Central South campaign going from strength to strength, and that's represented in 3 fantastic finalists that we have. Not only are we showing the diversity in our region from a geographical perspective, but also look at the sectors that are involved in this year.
Strong leadership from a strong management team. I think if we look across the businesses that we've met this year in our top 20s, that's the one thing they've all had in common.
Successful businesses ultimately have great controls, great processes, great staff engagement, and they work hard ultimately for their customers.
Well, BOFA's in the fume extraction business, which we like to coin as saving lives. You know, our equipment is used in many industries to extract those dangerous fumes or particles that can damage people's health.
BOFA captures over 55 billion cubic metres of air per year, cleans it and sends it back into the working environment.
You have lots more big companies working in poorer parts of the world where perhaps in the past they wouldn't have worried about that legislation. Those companies though have an obligation to comply with the legislation from their own countries, and therefore they require our equipment.
When it comes to growing your business internationally, and we are an international business, but we're looking at taking that next step now. We're going into markets that are perhaps foreign to us in terms of how we approach them. So we're talking about Latin America, we're talking about Asia.
What's really distinguished BOFA for me this year has been their ability to scale up. I remember visiting the business 3 years ago when they were going through their expansion plans and how they're going to go into some of these international markets, and it's fantastic to see a business with a clear strategy and a clear vision who've continued to invest in their research and development, continue to invest in their people, and have actually executed a strategy and really scaled up.
When I go out and talk to our customers about our business, I talk about R&D, I talk about technology, I talk about innovation in design, and really that's the footprint that we've built our business around, and it's absolutely the reason why we're now seen as a company that's quite different from some of our competitors.
When you look at the way that BOFA retains customers, it's that fact that we're able to be very much aligned. We become a component of their business. And by doing so, we become a long-term strategic partner.
My dream is that BOFA becomes the default choice in fume extraction.
What stood out for me about Sydenhams was their clear understanding of where they're going in the future. Their decision making is clearly based on a long-term view of the continued profitability and security of the company.
Our culture and ethos is very much not short-term. We care very much about our staff, our customers, and that's demonstrated in the growth of the business.
I think we're able to move quickly as well. So if we have a customer coming on, they want something specialist, out of the ordinary, we will find it, we will make it. Certainly through our timber mills, we can create almost anything.
Our key success has been through the acquiring and developing of some of our key staff. They in effect run the business. We give them the framework and the structure, but we very much let them build and develop the business for us.
We don't have a target as such, but we do want to grow. And I think within our industry, whether it be timber, builders merchants, plant hire, kitchens and bathrooms, or engineering, we can grow for many, many years.
Fact is the fact that over 100 years we've never actually lost money in any single year, even through the Second World War. Father and uncle will be very proud, as would grandfather and great-grandfather. We've certainly grown the business more in the last 20 years than in the previous 120 years.
So Way Foods this year will manufacture and sell around 250 million bags, bowls and pots of fresh, convenient food.
We're 24 years old and we have grown consistently over those 24 years.
So what really distinguishes Nature's Way Foods is the fantastic growth trajectory the business is on. In the last 10 years, they've gone through some significant change and significant pace of growth. And what's really impressed me in that time is that they've continued to invest in their research and development and their innovation.
The customers, first of all, value our consumer insight. So they do see us as somebody that understands their customer and in most respects better than they do.
You know, we look after McDonald's, we look after Pret a Manger, we look after Tesco's, we look after Morrison's. We are privileged to look after their brands. So our relationships with the customers is about a partnership. We've both got to win together. And I think if you have that attitude, the customer kind of smells that. You know, we want the customer to win, because if they win, we win.
Really impressed with their innovation, with their real focus on customer and delivering exactly what the customer wanted.
I think it's incredibly important for businesses to actively listen to their customers. I think it's very easy to lose track of that very simple mantra.
We'll invite whoever wants to come into our factory. We've had the local gardening club, we've had the local archbishop. And without fail, everybody leaves that factory saying, my goodness, I didn't realise you took so much care over our food.
I think based on the last 3 years, the future for the Central South looks very bright. There's no doubt the mid-market is the engine room for our growth. It's fueling our local economy, it's increasing employment, it's increasing overseas turnover. So it's a great place to be.